all to our beautiful campus on this beautiful fall morning.
This is Dr. Tom Lilly,
Hi.
Professor of Westbury.
I have the honor of chairing the first panel. If you're following along on your program, I understand we have everyone here except for Speaker B. So we'll have 4 speakers. And the job of me as chair is we're miraculously at 9:30. We're still on schedule, so I'm going to try to keep us on schedule. And our big innovation this year is we have these wonderful time cards that I'll hold up to let our speakers know. You've got about 10 minutes to speak, and that will leave us time afterwards to have questions. So we're not going to have questions after each speaker. We're going to wait till everyone's done, and then we'll ask questions all together, and maybe our speakers will have questions for each other. So without further ado, our first speaker, I believe, is Professor
Alireza Ebrahimi.
Okay,
all of you go and sit in front. And also that.
There's people still circling the campus looking for us.
Amanda, go and sit here.
I have 15 minutes. 10 minutes?
10 minutes, we could stretch it up.
Okay.
Can you turn the lights off?
I've got it.
Hold on. No, in front. Oh, jeez. Yes.
Good morning. My name is Alireza Ebrahimi. I'm professor of Westbury here. And I'm glad to work with Dr. Dastidar in many aspects. This year, I'm one of the speakers. Actually, the main speaker, Mahmoud Ebrahimi, he's supposed to be here, and he could not get visa. So my task would be to elaborate what he has to say as a witness. I really admire this work, although originally it started with the Indian subcontinent, but really it moved to international, to total global. And my talk, I'm hoping that I get the projector set. Originally we had a little bit problem, and then we will fix it. Yes, here. Yeah, you can see the speaker is right in the middle, hoping the next year he would come. He's one of the witness of impact of partition, how partition really, if I want to say it, destroyed the life of people in general. And I was even looking at it, not just people, even plants, palm trees, and animals, so anything in the world. So rather than I give you a slideshow on history and the fact, I've decided to look at this picture itself to see how happy these kids are. These are the children of partition. They come from a city known as Abadan, which is a border town between Iran and Iraq, and separated by a river. In the Iranian side, it's called Arvan Rud, and in Iranian side, it's called Shatul Arab. Okay, but people are similar culture. They speak obviously to that. In each part, they speak to language. In this part, they speak Farsi and Arabic, and the other side, they speak Arabic and Farsi. Obviously, here the children may not know Arabic, and the other side, the children not know Farsi. But if you go back to the generation, like 100 years ago, both know each other culture. Actually, Mahmoud, who happened to be my brother, his father, grandfather, used to commute through the river and celebrate events or even funerals or whatever it was, but now is totally changed. And hoping through the effort of conference like this, people understand, people tolerate each other and see how we can resolve some of these problems. What Mahmoud did also was a small case, although he himself is veteran of the war. I mean, he was living in the city. Obviously, if you live in a border, as such, he said people who are in the situation when political case and games are impact on them is very hard. They are the most people who are influenced by disaster. Their life is very uncertain, and even their childhood is through the trauma and different than ordinary people. People here, the children here are waiting to meet the children from Basra. In another word, people like Mahmoud organize event to bring children together now, even after 8 years of the war, which is, we don't want to get into it, who caused the war, obviously, political issues, and we don't want to get to the root of that, but I'm looking at the happy ending of it, happy part of it, that people like him, what he's trying to do to celebrate these two community children who some of them lost their parents and, or impact on their life. So let me just move on to the, again, as I said, I had my own PowerPoint presentation because it was his, and he sent me this picture 2 days ago. So I said maybe it would be good that I show what he has to say rather than I give you historical fact from Wikipedia and things that I can always let you go and explore yourself. So here the children, actually let me go a little bit starting from here. It's called the ship of friendship. Is in the Farsi word is here. Keshti means, I think Dasidar knows of Farsi.
Oh, yeah.
And the Dusti means friendship, Dust, right?
Dust.
And the Keshti means the ship. How you say boat? Keshti?
Okay.
Okay, we said okay. So here is the two flags of the country, Iran and Iraq. And here, these are the official, the Iraqi officials. This is the people from the border town. It's called Basra, right across the river. And here, again, official from Iraq. And then here, the woman to the left here is giving a gift, which is from the parliament of the city of Basra to a woman in the city of Abadan, which is probably government representative or people representative. In the background, you will see the river. That's the Iranian side, as more untouched in front of Abadan. Here, industrial, big city. And then Basra, a little bit further, you will see that also the same situation. Here, the children are coming from the land, actually. These are Iraqi children from Basra. You can see that they're dressed very well with the suit and everything. That is the border line where the partition between the two countries is. And they enter into Iranian side. And again here, Iranian side, that the children are waiting for them with Mahmoud in the center, the speaker on the center, welcoming them. And then later on, where they're going to go, they're going to take to the 5 minutes, yes. They're going to go to the ship and celebrate right in the middle where, you know, problem was. So here the ship, and the kids are, this is Iranian children that are getting to the ship, and the people, again, happy here to see them, and they know the cause. This is, again, the city of Abadan. So people are getting to the ship, and the ship sails to the river, where all the problem, I would say, this partition, as I was myself researching on this, and the whole war between Iran and Iraq and all of this, although again there was a political age and international age and oil age, whatever age I said, was behind it, but it was a river, it was a partition that was the main conflict, always started I was talking to Dr. Asidar. I said, look, you pick up a right word here. This partition was the real cause and the blame. Every time was something happened, said, oh, because of this, because this was our right, and now we're going to take our right. And for that reason, the conflict never settled, and although it back to 300 years, but it never settled and always was excuse for someone. We Iranian always say, from Iraqi side, that to just pick up that and start create the conflict. So here we are. This is the refinery, the oil refinery. One time the largest refinery in the world. Be surprised, largest refinery of the world. You can assume that when the oil comes, big money comes, then all the eyes will be toward that. And again, here the children are in Abadan. They're celebrating. These are Arabic children. And again, here is mixed Arabic children with Iranian children. And Mahmoud, the lecturer or speaker, hopefully, I'm assuming next year, maybe we can do the same thing and let him come and talk rather than I do. And here is we are in the amphitheater. They're getting together and they're singing together. Actually, this is one of the children program, is a director of children program in Iranian TV. And then there is a director of children program in Iraqi TV, the gentleman in the black suit. So these are the two people who, I don't know what you call it here, is they perform a program for children. So they are together here, and they're giving gifts to the children. At the end, they releasing dove as a symbol of freedoms and let's work together. And this is happy night and firework, finally. So this is the end of the story. And I hope I was able to convey some of his message that, look, yes, we have problems, we have differences, we have different views, but at the end of the day, we need to sit down together. And yes, there must be some fact that we have to respect. And then the life has to go on, and especially for the generation after us. And they may not even know what happened in 300 years ago. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Our next